Last month, I was still planning my trip to Japan, and this month, somehow I ended up here in Tacheng, a small border city in Xinjiang right next to Kazakhstan. Before I start my story, let's get to know this place a little bit. At first glance, Tacheng doesn't really look that different from other cities in Xinjiang. It's a small town of about 150,000 people, sitting at the southern foot of the Tarbaktai Mountains. The scenery here is stunning. The local culture is super unique, and the food, like the pilaf and dried meat, is just as amazing as anywhere else in Xinjiang. As one of the key spots along the Asian Silk Road, this place also carries a deep sense of history. I'm right by the Red Chamber Museum right now. Well, how do I even describe these feelings to you? You know what? Just say it yourself. The Red Building Museum was founded by a Russian merchant and completed back in 1914. It used to be a trading center and witnessed the history of border trade between China and Russia. It got its name because of the red walls facing the strait. The slanted roof wasn't really about style. It was practical, designed to make it easier to sweep off the snow. Even though the overall style was Russian, the construction also mixed in local Uyghur brick carving techniques. So, it's really a blend of Russian architecture and local craftsmanship. So the city is filled with these old-fashioned Russian-style buildings. For someone who's never been to Russia before, the colors and architecture here are just so stunning. I'm now at the Accordion Museum, and I just looked it up online. This place has the largest collection of accordions in all over China, with instruments from over a dozen different countries. It even holds a Guinness World Record. So let's go check it out. Tacheng is also known as the City of Accordions. About 100 years ago, the instrument was brought here by Russians. And since then, it's basically become the soundtrack of everyday life. You can hear it at weddings, in parks, pretty much everywhere. According to the local government's website, accordion lessons are even part of the school curriculum here. People say the accordion is the instrument closest to the heart, because its sound connects people and brings them closer together. The museum here has 6 antique accordions from France that are over 150 years old. That's pretty wild. Unfortunately, I don't really know much about accordions. Whenever I think of accordion music, the only things that come to mind are soundtrack from Emily and the background music from The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Okay, let me tell you the story of this trip. 10 years ago, I got my very first passport. Back then, I was dreaming about traveling around the world. But reality hit hard. 10 years flew by, my passport has expired, and can you believe it? I never even used it once. What's even more ironic is that in order to apply for a new one, I have to join an outbound tour. So here I am, signing up for a one-day trip that crosses Baku border in Tacheng, heading to a small village in Kazakhstan. I've imagined countless places I'd go abroad, but I never thought my first trip out of the country would be somewhere I had zero interest in. Well, maybe that's just how life works sometimes. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Did somebody tell you that life Since filming was not allowed when crossing the border, and we were even told our cameras might get confiscated by the Kazakh side, I only brought my phone to shoot this trip. Even though it was called a one-day tour, the whole thing only took about 3 hours. That includes 2 hours spent on custom procedures and another hour for lunch and rest. The total distance we traveled from the Chinese customs was probably less than 10 kilometers. The scenery along the way looked pretty much the same as in Tacheng, but the buildings and the overall vibe felt totally different. Maybe it's because we only went to a small border village in Kazakhstan. Everything looked a bit old and run down. You could see lots of old cars on the road, which honestly was probably the most interesting part of the trip for me. Lunch was simple, just bread and beef stew, but it actually tasted pretty good. The exchange rate was about 1 Chinese yuan to 70 Kazakh tenge. You can still see the Tarbaktai mountains from this little village, but when it hit me that it was already standing on the other side of the border, and then I looked up and saw the birds flying freely across the sky, I couldn't help but feel a little jealous. It's 3 p.m. right now, and that's the end of this one-day trip. Honestly, this is one of the worst trips I've ever had. But hey, I got this. So, I guess it all worked out in the end. And now, I'm going to try some ice cream.
When you need a bit of loving, 'cause your man is out of town, that's the time to get me running, and you know I'll be around.
Oh my god, this ice cream is so good. It's not too sweet. But it's super creamy. Like you can actually taste the milk flavor. So good. Back then, the countries I dreamed of visiting most were Japan and the US. Now that I finally have my new passport, I'm planning to visit Japan in the next few months. But here's the weird thing. These places that once felt like my ultimate dream destinations, now that I can actually go, I don't really feel that excited anymore. I guess it's simple. The things we used to crave when we were younger just don't hold the same weight over time. Even though visiting those dream places doesn't really excite me anymore, I think I'll still go. Because I still remember that younger version of me who once wanted so badly. So now, it feels more like I'm going for him, for my past self, to finally give that kid a long overdue dream come true. Alright, that's the end of this trip. Thanks so much for watching till the end. I'm Long Qi. Hope I can keep sharing my stories and the world I see with you guys.